Can I get a loan in Dominican Republic as a foreigner? It is a common question for people that are not from Dominican Republic. So today I'm gonna talk about that topic. And the short answer is yes. So what are the criteria or what is needed to be qualified and get a loan here in Dominican Republic? Certain thing that you have to understand about getting a loan here in Dominican Republic, number one, it is understand that the interest rate is gonna be higher than what you are used to. For example, if you live in the United States. I put in that example because I used to live in the United States. I know that loans, the interest rate is lower than here in Dominican Republic. Is it easy to get approved here? Yes, to me it's easy, but the process takes longer. So you need to be patient and be in constant communication with the bank that is, or the person that is processing your loan here in the Dominican Republic. Sometimes I understand that it gets frustrated, but you can get approved. So here I'm gonna give you some of the qualifications that you need to get approved. Now, you will find that from bank to bank, sometimes you see a difference on the requirements, like the difference between one or two things. But for the most part, all the banks have the same requirement, either for mortgage loan, car loan, personal loan, business loan. And the most often that I hear it is people asking about mortgage loan and car loan. So I'm gonna be focusing more in these two types of loans. Not that you cannot get the other two, but because this is the ones that people ask question more often. So what are the requirements to get a mortgage loan? So for mortgage loan, what are the requirements? So most of the time it is tax record, minimum of 3 years, your job record, for how long you have been in your job. Most of the time is you have to be with the same job with the minimum 2 to 3 years, depending on the bank. They're gonna ask for bank statements just to see the sequence that you have been receiving your payment. They're gonna also ask for your driver license, your copy of your passport. They're gonna also ask for your address. They also gonna check your credit report just to see how your payments or your record is in the United States or wherever you are from. And they also gonna check your record. Now, later on, I'm going to talk about what are the disqualified for the mortgage, either a mortgage loan or any type of loan. One of the criteria that I know that they disqualify you right away. That is pretty much the main requirements that they're going to ask for a mortgage loan. Now, for how long that they will approve you, that is going to depend also in the bank, but they can be anytime from 20 to 30 years depending on the bank. I don't think they do it so much 30 years, but between that time frame, and also how much they will approve you, that also going to depend on your record, your credit record, and also on the bank. Some banks here approve you up to 90%, and some other approve you 70, 80, depending on which bank is doing the loan for you. Now, what is something that disqualifies you right away for any loan here in Dominican Republic? And that is if you are in the blacklist or something that they call fat cap. How can you be in the blacklist? That is if you have been in jail, if you have been found in the airport with any illegal substance, let's say drug, or if you went to jail for drug or anything like that, that will disqualify you right away. They put you in the blacklist. Even if you submit your paperwork, that probably they can see, but that is one thing that they can disqualify you right away. So let's continue with car loans. What are the requirements? Most of the time, they're gonna ask you for valid passport, resident card, or proof of legal entry to the Dominican Republic, income verification, copy of your passport, bank statement, and they normally approve you between 50 to 70% of the car loan. And let's say the interest rate will be anywhere from 8% to 13%, depending on the financial institution that are getting you car loan. So that's other requirement for car loans. Now, car loans are more easy to process and get than a mortgage loan, of course, because most of the time when you go to a car lot that you're gonna get the car, they provide the institution with all the information that they need for you to get your car loan. Now, if you go into a bank and then because you want to approve, they're gonna ask you for information from whoever is selling the car, all that type of information about cars, which is depending on how you're getting your car loan. But with mortgage, sometimes it's the same thing. It can be easier or more difficult. The same thing with mortgage loan. Like, let's say if you are getting a mortgage with a construction company that is building a new condominium or apartment, they provide all the information to the financial institutions of what they need to know about that property that you are going to finance. But if you, let's say, want to get a house that is already built, you have a particular owner, then you will have to provide the institution all the information that they need, like the owner, if you have a title, and all that type of information that you need to provide the institution. Also, if you are married, you know that you need to provide all the information about you, the person that you are married with. That is pretty much the requirements, either for a car or mortgage loan. Like I say on the description below this video, also I'm gonna put the other type of loans, like personal or business, which I haven't heard many people asking about those. In the case that someone want to know information about those type of loan, also I'm gonna put the information on the description below this video. In the case that you wondering or you want to try to get a loan, if you are stuck because you either don't know how to work with the loan, don't know how to get the loan, don't know how to communicate with the institution, because I understand that sometimes the language can be a barrier. But in the case that you are in this situation, I'm gonna be working with someone that that's what she do for business, but I'm gonna be working with her just in the case that I have some of the power that needs this assistance, and it is that she help people to process with the paperwork to process a loan. So she have contact that she have been working with different banks to process mortgage loan and car loans. She help you to get all the paperwork together and be the middleman between you and the representative of the institution until you get approved with your loan. So now, how much did she charge for this service? It is $275 US, and she is with you until the time that you get approved. For this service, she charged 20% when you require the service, and then the 80% when you get approved with your loan. And she charged this amount at first because some people sometimes are not that serious. They want to do it that you are wasting your time. So if she start working with you, she want to know that you are serious. So if you want to get more information about this service, you can contact me through the email or leave your information down below this video. So this is all what I have right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.